Hi everyone, welcome to another week at Married to Reselling. We are Faye and Simon.
Hi, we're both wearing grey.
Yeah, we're both wearing grey. I've got double grey on today. And we're just about to pick our Monday morning orders. We'll show you sort of what we find the most interesting. I think you might find the most interesting. We'll pick it all and then stay tuned for the usual messages, the usual other things that sold through the week. And also, well, anything else we think of.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what the week will bring.
What do we have?
We have pallet number 2.
Pallet 2, what is it?
It's a River Island sweatshirt. So, cool. This was a pallet item. So it cost £1.96. Got it in January.
River Island tweed style trousers?
No, River Island sweatshirt UK 10 black.
Black. Colour first always helps me.
There it is.
What? This?
Yeah. That sold for £11.99. Oh, these, we've already got them out though. Ooh. They are TG Green Cornish ware, 2 cups and 3 saucers. Paid £2.49 2 weeks ago when we were away for your birthday. They sold for £30. And do you want to show the candle as well?
If it's in order.
Yeah. We got this on the same trip. It's the Chateau scented candle, Pretty Peony. That cost £3.99. That sold for £29.99. Oh, we've got the job lot of wooden home decor items that was in those.
Oh yeah.
So basically, Simon accidentally bid on some bits at an auction, and
Long time ago it feels
it was.
like.
We did really well out of them. We've just got some stragglers, which is this, just like little chintzy home decor items. They sold for £9.99. Then we have this, already picked it. Boohoo, the door just opened. This Boohoo Boutique Edna Velvet Bodycon dress, size 10. This was on a recent pallet that I bought a week ago. Cost £2.78, sold for £18.99. And we have pallet 4 next. It's a black Femlux black one shoulder cutout mini dress. Making a right mess, aren't you?
Yeah. Femlux black one shoulder cut out mini dress.
Jolie, size 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, this cost £1.96, sold for £8.99. Then, would you like to show this one?
Yes, I would. So this is the Beatles, the White Album. I've packed it up, as you can see.
Rare from 1968.
Yeah, so I bought this at auction about a year ago, along with 2 other Beatles records and 2 Presley records. And I decided that it was about time I started listing vinyl. It's number 27,136. Oh, there we go. Which is quite a low number for this record. It's like first press and all that business. I first listed it for
$499.99.
drops it just a day later, I think, or even a few hours, probably the next morning, to $449. Then I dropped it to $399, and then we got an offer for $300, which we gladly accepted. That cost £22.99.
We have a top called Bottoms. We have some Karen Millen shorts, grey, khaki, snakeskin effect. They cost £6.99, sold for £10. Bad buy. Bad buy. Bad buy. Next up is some trousers that are from a recent pallet. So the pallet I got a week ago. These are Spoke Fridays modern drawstring chinos. They are very expensive new. These are new. They're sort of custom, like bespoke trousers, basically. Spoke. They cost £2.78, sold for £49.99. Toys. We have those Spanish playing cards with the jokers missing. These were listed on Etsy as well because they're vintage. They're Imperial Spain playing cards. They cost £2.50, sold for £12.99. We didn't realise the Jokers were missing when we got them. Pallet 9. It's a black and grey silk rapid FZ hoodie.
Isn't it 6 silk?
Oh yeah, 6 silk.
But you got it right in the listing.
Oh yeah.
I remember when we were doing the haul video, you called it silk, and then I noticed it was 6 silk the other day.
Oh yeah, I just see it as silk. That cost £1.96 and that just sold for £10. And that's everything on eBay. Then we have a Depop order. I think it's pallet 8 off the top of my head because I'm sad like that. It's a belt. Ibex. Yes. This cost £1.96, brand new, sold for £14.99 on Depop. Don't think we have any Vinted sales. Let's just have a look.
And why do we think we might not have any Vinted sales?
Because Vinted have switched off Royal Mail, and it's UPS, but it's to drop off points only. So people aren't buying because we don't post Hermes. So
we're gonna have to switch on in post, which we really don't want to do. But let us know in the comments if you're a reseller, if you sell on Vinted. Have you lost the Royal Mail postage option? Seems a bit ridiculous that it would be everyone and we've not really seen much about it. There we go, let us know. Let us know if it's there, let us know if it's not there. Royal Mail as an option for customers on Vinted.
Right, Etsy. We've had a cracking weekend on Etsy, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's on your phone.
Yes.
Oh, your phone's there. On Etsy, we've sold 5 things. First up is this jelly mould. It's vintage Tupperware jelly mould. So it's the mould, the tray for serving. There's a lid on the bottom of the mould, and then there's 4 different pattern tops, like a star, a flower. That costs 77p, and that's sold for £19.99 plus buyer pays postage. That's going to France. That was listed on eBay and Etsy for less than a week, and it's sold quickly. We've got this sort of cross stitch or embroidered county cross stitch kit. It's like a Native American design. This cost £2.99, sold for £9.99, so not great. Had that a while. We have a Denby terrine. Simon's going to put some pictures up on the screen because you can't really tell what it is in bubble wrap. This cost £5.99, sold for £32.99. This is going to America somewhere. And then this bundle, it's hard to tell, but these are 4 metal pheasant ornaments. These cost me £5.99 and they sold for £71.99. They're going to Boston, Massachusetts, and the buyer pays postage for these as well. We've had a lovely morning this morning, haven't we? I think we have.
I thought you were going to say we had a lovely morning, not ask me if I had a lovely morning. I had a rubbish morning. Faye had a great morning.
He was with me. No, we had a lovely morning. We met my sister and Anthony, who are A to Z resellers, and our niece for a sort of kind of coffee, cake sort of thing. And then we went around a few charity shops, didn't we? Yeah. And we picked up a few things that we want to show you. So it's only a few, well, it's more than a few, but we'll...
Not loads.
Not loads.
Games, DVDs, book and bric-a-brac. So as usual, Faye is going to scan these. We're scanning on Amazon. It's the Amazon Seller app. It's free if you have an Amazon Seller account. We like to use it because it's just kind of quicker and easier than looking things up on eBay. Whether you're sourcing for eBay or Amazon, you can use the Amazon Seller app. Unlike eBay, Amazon has one product page. So for this DVD, there's just one product page with all the sellers on it. Obviously on eBay, every seller has their own product page, which is why scanning stuff on Amazon to kind of determine value of something that has a barcode is a lot easier, in my opinion, certainly, because you can see everything in one place, and if it's good for Amazon, it's often good for eBay. So you can then check it out afterwards or whatever, however you like to do it. Most of these things we are sourcing for Amazon anyway, so it kind of makes sense that we are using the Amazon app too. Faye grabbed this one, I think. Was it £1? No price in it. It's David Hayes Box and Tone. It's brand new and sealed.
That is selling for $9.99.
And we also got Gwyneth and Shakira. Who's that?
Maybe she's just called Shakira.
I think it's just someone called Shakira. It doesn't look like Shakira to me. And that's Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay, here we go. So Gwyneth Paltrow's input into this is a quote on the back that says, "Truly is a miracle, you will see the results you never thought was possible." And Shakira's input is, "I love Tracy Anderson's method." So that is Tracy Anderson.
She is the personal trainer to Gwyneth and Shakira.
Right, okay, we're glad we cleared that up.
Yeah, that was the pound that sells for £13.74, and that's a very good rank.
I mean, I'm not surprised it's such a good price with those kind of, you know, reviews.
Testimonials.
Yeah. Now this one is, it was £3, a complete black books. It's brand new and sealed. Little questionable flappage of cellophane. I think we'll get away with that. Don't tell anyone. And that, as I said, was £3.
$24.99.
Ooh. I grabbed this Ravensburger. This is brand new and sealed. Now this is one of those ones. I picked something up very similar. Not sure if it's sold yet. No rank, I don't think, or very poor rank. Out of stock. Paid £2.50, brand new and sealed. 500-piece puzzle. I'm willing to kind of take a punt.
Out of stock.
Yeah.
Are you a bit like? Do you think a High School Musical fan had a clear out today?
Yes, possibly. Spoiler. This is Ben 10, the DVD game. I think this is kind of a similar story to the last one. So I paid £3. It's brand new and sealed, but it's kind of a bit, oldish.
Only available new for $32.59, but none in FBA.
Yeah, so what we'll probably do, use like new with a sort of bit of a note, so it's kind of a bit old looking. Just put it on 25 quid or something. This, I think, was in our last haul video. Atmosphere, Khufu, The Mummy, DVD board game, paid £4.
$21.99 used, currently for sale.
And this is High School Musical 3, Mystery Date. Which reminds me of like Dream Phone. £1.50 I paid for that, it's used.
Out of stock, new and used.
And Mind Trap. Oh, this is on there. Got a charity shop sticker. Oops. And this was £3. It's used.
If you find it new, it's selling for £110.53.
For sale for 110.
What did I say?
Selling for.
Oh, for sale, yeah. Used, currently for sale at £74.72.
Travel Scrabble. So just if you haven't watched our videos before, Faye just said used for £75 or something. It doesn't mean to say that is just what someone's got it listed for. Very unlikely it's going to sell. I mean, I guarantee it won't sell at that price, but an easy 20 quid.
It's in loads. We always see it when we're out, don't we, that one?
Yeah, there's new versions of it. Now this is Travel Scrabble. Now when you scan it on Amazon, it says Deluxe Travel Scrabble or Travel Scrabble Deluxe. It doesn't say that anywhere on the box.
It says Scrabble Travel Deluxe, actually.
Okay, I was so close. It doesn't say that on the box anywhere. I'll obviously kind of check it out. But we've sold Travel Scrabbles loads on eBay as well. So it's safe for £3.
Yes, currently for sale at £37.62, none in FBA.
Think Words. This is by Ideal, the people that bought you Tipping Point, amongst others. And that was £4, that's used. None of these are checked, by the way. We'll have to check them. There could well be things missing, and I won't mind to be able to sell them all.
That one, Think Words, is only ranked, it's 548 in Toys and Games,
Fantastic,
which is amazing. Only available new for £19.98.
The Book of St John. This was £3.50.
So basically, this guy, Fergus Henderson, is that his name? Opened a restaurant called St John in St John, or on the road called St John in London, and he is a firm believer in using like all the meat off like like a pig or a cow. Yeah. So even the less popular cuts and stuff. We've seen him on telly. It's very. If you saw his picture, you'd know if you've seen him before or not. Yeah. There was 2 books actually of his in the shop, but this was one that was worth some money. This one is currently selling for £20.46 new and £30 used. We paid £3. Did you say?
£3.50.
£3.50. So like £17.99 maybe.
Is that him?
No, that's not him.
Not him.
No. Go to the front.
Him.
Yeah.
It's him. Oh, we don't know what he looks like.
He's got round glasses. I think he's German.
And finally, no, not finally. Faye grabbed this, so you'll know all about this.
I bought it for us.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
For our barbecue, so we can try the beer can chicken.
Oh, right, okay.
It was only a £5, and it's Napoleon. It's our barbecue Napoleon.
It is.
Yeah. So you put your chicken on the can shape.
I didn't know it wasn't for resale. And finally, this. Tell us about this.
I just thought this was quite cute. It's a sugar pot, but it's got the matching spoon, and it was only £1, so I thought I'd give it a go.
Queens made with love. What's your favourite pickup out of all of that?
My favourite pickup, maybe Black Book's DVD or the Book of St John.
I might go Travel Scrabble. Just because, I mean, it's just an easy sale, isn't it?
It is.
We've just received 100 metres, apparently, of bubble wrap. And it looks a bit small. I've always been a bit suspicious of 100 metres of bubble wrap because I've never measured it before. But I do see people talking about it in Facebook groups. So we're going to find out. We've got a 30 metre measuring tape, and we're going to unwrap this, and then Faye's going to take it off down the garden till we run out of
Tape measure.
Stanley,
me and
then we're going to cut it, yeah, and then we're going to come back and do it again. There's the end. Now your job is to try and keep it off the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to cut this in. Tuck it there. Give me the camera. Oh, do you want I'll tell you what.
No, you're always a man of ideas, aren't you?
Yep. I have an idea.
Ow. Stab me.
Right, move your hand. There you go.
Right.
Right, off you go. You got to let it unwind, that's it.
Making my hair static.
Mind the molehills.
Yeah.
Never measured our field before. Have you run out of room on the tape measure?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's just cut this then.
Hello, Snoopy. Oh, you're having a wee on film.
There you go, so we've done 30 metres. Put your hand on top to keep it taut. $30 metres, 60 metres, meant to be 100 metres. Let's see. Go! What you got?
80?
No. I need metres.
I don't know.
We'll find the next metre mark. It'll be within a metre of where you are. 10.
10.75.
Okay, so we've got 70 metres for the price of 100.
Cool. Bargain.
Back in the house. Stay tuned for messages. Got some interesting ones this week. Find out who was time waster of the week. We've got a little haul for you of some really interesting stuff, different stuff to what you'll usually see a lot of in our haul. We've also got what sold, some more things that sold this week, and we bought a new pallet. If you keep in touch with the channel, you might have seen Faye's video. It's just a short 8-minute video.
Yep.
Of a new pallet that she bought and what was in there, and we've got an update on all of that. But first, it's the old pallet update. Since we last shared pallet update with you, it was about 10 days ago from now, so when you're watching this, there's an extra 10 days of sales in there. It's sort of starting to get towards the, let's say, like the dregs. There's still some good stuff in there.
There's good stuff, yeah. But price changes are happening, aren't they?
Yeah, so we're at the point now where some of the lowest stuff is getting down to sort of £7 or £8, and Once it gets much below that, we kind of may as well just bundle it up. We're kind of happy still because we're into profit. You'll see now. Faye will explain it.
Okay, so in the last 10 days since the last pallet update, our turnover has increased by £220 to £4,364 with a profit of bang on £100. So that's a total profit of 1461.60. So not so bad. I mean, eBay has been quiet, hasn't it, over the last few weeks, but we are still selling clothes. We are really pleased with that because, like we've said a million times, it was £1.96 an item, the cost price. So.
And we've still got a good sort of 130, 140 items in our inventory, which, you know, are still going to sell for profit, most of them. We might, at some point, like we kind of always do in the end, bundle stuff up or auction stuff off.
Yeah, but even like coats are still selling. I was keen to get like the coats gone, and some of those are selling really quickly. I'm still really pleased with how that's worked out. So it's the time you've been waiting for, messages. I know a lot of you like this sort of section of our videos. Etsy.
Okay, we had an inquiry on Etsy and it was for something we talked about in our last video. So we said in our last video that wasn't it great that on Etsy you could sell used board games that were old, like vintage, over 20 years, and it was a downfall.
It was a downfall.
It certainly was a downfall. So we received this message from this Etsy customer saying, says delivered, but I haven't received my item. I checked the tracking. The tracking didn't show as delivered, it showed as attempted delivery, and that the item's waiting at the sorting office, the usual thing. Like, it's been like that since I can remember. Your delivery doesn't arrive.
Postman takes it somewhere.
Postman takes it to the sorting office and you go and pick it up. So, hi Samantha, many thanks for your message. I'm not seeing delivered at this end, but when I add the tracking to the Royal Mail website, I'm seeing delivery attempted and ready for collection. Please could you check the attached and let me know if there's anything else you need me to do. Many thanks. And of course, didn't hear anything. Until about a week later, when we got a negative feedback on Etsy. It's a 1-star feedback with absolutely no comment. Very, very frustrating. If you sell on Etsy, you'll know about the star seller thing. So if you've got a certain percentage of your items showing tracked delivered, a certain message response rate, and also your star rating.
Yeah, there's 3 sets of criteria to meet, isn't there, to be a star seller?
And it's reviewed like every 2 months. So I think you get 6 times a year to become a star seller. The first month, 2 months, we didn't get it because Faye bought something on Etsy. The seller sent a message to say, hi, your item's dispatched. We didn't reply to it because you don't need to reply to that message, but that counts as a message that you haven't replied to as a seller. Ridiculous. Anyway, I tried to fight that with Etsy, they weren't interested. The following month, we had a tracking issue on an order. The order was delivered and everything, but for whatever reason, it was either late or something happened anyway. So we moved on, and then...
So close.
So close. 2 days to go, we get this negative feedback with no message, no idea. The minute I saw it, I was like, that's that lady that didn't have her delivery. So I sent her this message. Hi Samantha, we noticed you've left a 1-star review for our shop. If you didn't enjoy playing Downfall, perhaps you could contact MB about it. Instead of leaving a review with no comment on our shop. If you have an issue with something, it doesn't help anyone if you're not able to articulate the issue. A little bit cheeky, I suppose, but you know, kind of needed saying, I felt. I'm quite careful about who I pick a fight with and on which platforms, but I thought that was okay. Next, we had a message back. Well, I've had no idea. Card come through. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get it. I'm disabled too, you see. So I just replied to that, hi. Oh, that's a shame they didn't put a card through, but don't worry because here's all the details you need that would have been included on the card if it had come through the door. Name on the card, tracking ref. Here's the contact details so you can arrange delivery or collect. And I even included all the information. I didn't hear anything, nothing. In the meantime, I'm disputing it with Etsy. I'm saying, look, so on Etsy, one of the criteria, and they're, honestly, it's ridiculous really. As you know, we all have these sort of fights with feedback, but on the whole, given up worrying about feedback in terms of, you know, letting people sort of hold you over a barrel. But with this one, it's just a bit annoying because it's our new Etsy account, and if we'd have done something wrong, then I'll just take it on the chin and move on. Which I've said before about eBay, and that's kind of what we do. But we heard nothing. Etsy said they wouldn't remove it because it didn't fit the criteria, and of course it didn't because there was no comment, so Etsy couldn't even identify what the problem was either. Quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyway, a few days later, just get a message: I have not received my item. Can I have a refund, please? This would have been for my son's birthday. So I replied, hi Samantha, we'd love to help you out. Please can you let me know your telephone number, as we need to discuss the damaging feedback you left for our shop and the information we provided you when you first informed us that you'd missed the delivery attempt. Looking forward to speaking with you. And then, I don't know, a little while went past.
16 hours.
Yeah, there has been no delivery attempt. My mother contacted the post office for me. They said it was a scam. I mean, that's just ridiculous. The post office, she provided a Royal Mail tracking number with all the information she needed, and Royal Mail told her it was a scam. And then she's given me this mobile number of, I guess, her mother, who obviously helps her out in life. Her mobile number is, she deals with this stuff for me. I really don't want to talk to you. This was for my boy's birthday. I just want a refund. And I replied, the tracking information I gave, which shows delivery attempted, is the same tracking information on your Etsy order. How could this be a scam? Your mother didn't contact Royal Mail at all. The easiest way for you to fix this is to remove the 1-star review. Please let me know that you can do this. And that was it. That's the last we heard. What I ultimately need to do is either get her to admit that her feedback is about Royal Mail, and I might have a chance of appealing out of Etsy, even though Etsy will probably turn around and say no because they don't mention the third party in the feedback. All I'm getting from Etsy at the moment is that we can't violate the feedback responsibility bill of 1942. Honestly, it's crazy. So yeah, a bit stuck. Basically, I need to get her to agree to remove it, even if she won't remove it. If I can get from her in writing, well, I'd like to remove it, but I don't know how, then I can take that to Etsy and they can remove it. But
we'll probably still have to wait 2 months though.
Oh yeah, we're still, the period is now ticked past, so we're another 2 months without star seller for something that we've got absolutely no control over. So pretty farcical start to Etsy. Let us know if you experience this sort of problem.
Another Etsy one.
Yeah, now this is time waster of the week. And this string of messages, I really had to trim down for you. I'll just leave it all up there. You can have a read through at your pleasure. But the crux of it was that a lady contacted us about some, guess what, it was more Hornsey bowls in Australia, wanted to buy our Hornsey bowls, but shipping was showing us too expensive. So I went in as a customer, asked her a zip code, got a zip code off her, put it in, and it just said $26.99 as normal, and she was saying that it was quoting $140. I asked her to send a screenshot, and what transpired was the screenshot that she sent me, she had something like 6 items in her basket. One of them was ours, and the other 5 were God knows who. So she was ordering products from all over the place with individual shipping charges on, quoting her $140. Anyway, I sort of worked that out for her, and I said, that's not my listing, you sent me a screenshot of. And she said, oh, so sorry, that's a relief. In any case, would you post international economy? So from the get-go, she was trying to send me the cheapest, slowest, and at first I thought it was a scam. But after all the messages, and this was probably about a quarter of the messages that you're seeing on the screen, probably less than that, I worked out it wasn't a scam. She was struggling, working out life, I suppose.
Can you please write on the package, leave on front porch behind bins if no one home?
Yeah, so when I got that message, I was like, right, well, there's no way I'm doing that. And I went to reply to her, there was no order. She hadn't even ordered from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so after all of it, and after her saying it's $140 shipping and all this and all that, and me checking it out, looking at her screenshots, checking our listing, trying to work out where she's getting that from, and then she said, great, I've ordered. Can you leave it on the porch? I was just like, oh, I wish you hadn't ordered. And then I looked and I shouldn't even ordered, so I had to tell her, well, you haven't even ordered from us, so thanks for all of that and goodbye.
See you later.
Time waster of the week.
Yeah.
There it is. Sorry about all of that. So stay tuned for more What Sold and also our new pallet update. But first of all, hi viewers, you're 30 minutes in. Please could you drop a like on this video? We love making these videos for you and we love to be able to do it forever. So please hit the like button and let us know you're still here and enjoying the video. We've got a haul.
We have, and that rhymes. We have a haul of some curiosities. Ooh.
Very curious.
I'll tell you now, there's not a single board game or a single DVD. Nothing like that.
No.
No, it's all bric-a-brac, isn't it? No
Yeah.
clothes either.
Ah, well, speaking of that,
Oh.
we'll just talk about this.
This isn't part of our haul.
No, this isn't part of our haul. We got this, was this from the original pallet?
This is from the original pallets that we bought in January.
Faye had it tucked away because it had a security tag on it from a shop.
Yeah, so it's TU, which is Sainsbury's. Went to list it, thought, oh, that's quite a nice jacket. It was like £38, it had the price tag still on it, but it still had the alarm tag on the hem. So I just had it stashed away for ages, thinking, I must ask my dad if he's got a really strong magnet to get that off. And for ages I kept forgetting. And then my mum came round and said, take this home please, give it to dad, this is the situation. And we went round there on Mother's Day and he hadn't attempted to look at it yet.
So he pulled out a bunch of magnets. He was getting magnets out of old radios and all
No, it's
sorts.
computer magnets or
Was
something.
it? I don't know. He seemed to know what he was doing. It's not mine and Faye's area at all.
He has a tool for everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the magnets weren't doing it. So I said, let's just put it in a vise and just smash it up with a vise. You know, let's just turn the vise, crush it.
I had said, if Dad can get it off of there, but damages the jacket or anything, it's fine. I'm prepared to not to have to list this jacket, but I'd just be, if you can get it off of there, great.
Yeah. So we put it in a vise and tightened it and tightened it and tightened it. Got some video. And eventually it split. But it still hadn't come off, and it's some sort of electromagnetic coil thing or something, I don't know. So although it was all split to smithereens, the actual mechanism is like a pin going in a hole that's held together by two opposing magnets or something. Science. It still hadn't released. So he got his, I don't know what that is, what's that thing? It's like a big electric pizza slice.
It's like an angle grinder.
And sure enough, he went at it, he got his visor on and went at it with that, and it popped off.
Woohoo.
So
Now
there it is.
listed.
So now you know what to do. If you ever end up with clothing items with tags on them, one way or another,
Go and see my dad.
yeah, get yourself a vise and an angle grinder. You'll be just fine.
I had a couple of errands to run.
So did I. Can't remember where. I'd gone to the post office, different one to usual. And then I thought Faye was going to be a little while, so I dived in a charity shop and I was going to meet Faye at a cafe. And we were sort of having a disagreement about which cafe we wanted to go to, because I wanted to go to a Greasy Spoon because I wanted fried bread, which I haven't had for ages. And the last time I tried to have it, they didn't have any. The place we were at didn't do fried bread, and I know it's it's disgusting sounding. Anyway, so I popped in the Chasm and I rang Faye. Did I ring you? Yeah, to say there's a Mdina vase in the Chasm. Shall I grab it? It's $4.95. Anyway, Faye's like, where are you? I'm waiting for you outside the cafe. So I had to hotfoot it out of there, and we went back. That is the story of how this ended up in our possession. Faye bought it.
I did.
It's quite nice, isn't it? Don't know if you know anything about it.
No, it's heavier than any other vase of this make that I've picked up before. And
Quite substantial.
It is very substantial. It's not got an etched signature on the bottom either, which is unusual. But it definitely is, because I've seen it so much that I recognise the style. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is probably one of those things that ideally you'd like to get cheaper.
Yeah.
You know, you might get 20 quid for it, and correct me if I'm wrong, just from what I've seen us selling. So, you know, you'd like to get it cheaper, but it's just a nice thing to buy and sell. Looks good in your shop, all the rest of it.
last year Simon went sourcing on his own, came back with loads of bric-a-brac. We did a video about it because I prefer bric-a-brac to Simon, and he bought loads, and he just kept surprising me with more and more and more. It was great. But he picked up a Tupton ware teapot at the time, which had like farmyard animals painted on it. And this is the same sort of style, although it's not farmyard animals. You can just get a feel for certain artists or sculptors or whatever. And this is Tupton ware, so I was like, oh yeah, we'll have that. It was £3.95 or £4.95.
It was £3.95.
But we got to the counter and there was no sticker on it, and I said, oh, where's that sticker gone? And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
She said, oh, that was a £5, was her word. That was a £5, and I was like, okay. And I said, you know, you sure we still want it? And she definitely want it.
And then we were in another charity shop about 10 minutes later, and I was like, Simon, what is that stuck to your inner elbow? And it was the original price tag.
£3.95. So we overpaid. We paid an extra £1.05p. It's nice though.
It is.
There you go.
Yeah. So that's Tupton ware. I don't know what we'll get for it, but most of this, if it's vintage, will be cross-listed to Etsy.
By the way, it's very, how do you describe it? It's not embossed, is it?
It's hand-painted. It's like raised. It's like sort of, I can't think of the word. Your mum
Drop
would
us a
know.
comment if you know the word for that.
This one was interesting as well. We picked this up. That's the jug. It had a very sort of interesting mark on the bottom, and I said, do you know what, we're going to get that because I'd like to know more about it. We paid £3.95, and it's Majolica.
We think
It's Majolica, which is a type of style of pottery. I joined a Facebook group to find out. I posted pictures of it in there, and a lot of people are saying it's a modern fake. So I need to look into it. It's very early days yet, but it's like an ivy embossed style.
And we also posted a story on Instagram, so thanks everybody who helped us out with that. We got some good responses. The consensus was, what was it called? What did it say? The diamond mark or something? I've forgotten what people were saying. I should look it up really. But then that was the same thing that people were saying has been faked, and it's just fake.
And when I saw this, I could not leave it behind. It's Franz. We've picked up Franz before. It's the ladybird or ladybug design, and they do such intricate pottery pieces. Their range, if you Google Franz sort of ceramics, is so intricate. I mean, some of the cups and saucers, the teapots, I mean, blimey, that they are breakable. With such sort of detailed sort of pieces like dragonflies on teacup handles with the wings coming out. Beautiful stuff. And I found this twice before. This is the second time, and I had like a couple of little trinket or votive candle holders before as well. But no, I mean, you can get huge cake plates and stuff. So this I paid £9.99 for this, but it is beautiful, and I couldn't leave it behind. It was in the cabinet.
Spiegelau. That'd be right.
Shall we? Yeah, Spiegelau, yeah.
This was in the cabinet, £5.99. I'm not sure about the origin of it in terms of like, is it, you know, a department store thing, you know, or whatever. But I just had a quick look on eBay, and this decanter wasn't there. And what has sold was quite decent price, and there was some sort of weird and wonderful stuff on there as well, of all prices and what have you. But it's a bit of a gamble in some ways, because at the end of the day it's a glass decanter. You can pick them up from all sorts, you know. Crystal decanters on eBay you can get for silly money nowadays. So I just grabbed it on a bit of a
Whim.
Yeah.
I have actually looked it up, but my computer shut down without telling me it was going to shut down, so I lost the page. I have to find it again, but I did learn about that shape, that exact one.
That's interesting.
I grabbed this out of the same cabinet that your decanter was in. This is a swung vase. I don't think you can call them swing vases, I think it is swung vase. And it's this style, they're called fingers. This is amethyst colour. It's small. We sold one before that's been 3 times the size in like a really bright sort of blue colour. I paid £1.99 for this. I'm hoping I can get about 25. Saw this bowl. It's got like roses in it, and I thought, is that modern? Is that vintage? Is that mass produced? I couldn't really tell.
Glass.
Yeah, it is glass. It was £3.50, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get that. There's something a little bit special about that. And then further along was this. So I don't really want to hold it by the handle, like a little glass basket. The handle's actually plastic, but the basket itself is glass, but it matches, and it's got the sticker in it. Valta glass, and we sold Valta glass before. We had like a cake plate, and it did really well. So I thought, yes, I'm picking these 2 up. This was £3.50, and that one was £4.50.
Yeah, it's very collectible. There's a big following for this stuff. And if you've got something a little bit different, it goes really quick and for good money.
Yeah, so hopefully these will too. Yeah, this is probably, you'll ask me at the end, but I'm going to tell you now it's my favourite pickup. So they are Crackerjack Nutcrackers vintage. I paid £1.99. I thought they were going to be American. They're actually made in Leeds. There's no date on them. Possibly could have been on either end of the box that's missing, but they are nutcrackers, or you can use them for crab, lobster claws, or ice cubes, which would take a while. So there's like a little tab here, you put it down.
Well, we got a little,
I
nut.
haven't got a nut or a lobster hanging around, and you just keep pushing it up until it reaches whatever it is you want to crack. And
it's really, so I put my finger in there yesterday, and it's, and it's strong. Just be careful, because when it gets to that point, you feel it.
Ooh, yeah. Now
It's strong.
You can get gold ones of this brand that sell for quite a lot of money. These aren't gold, but I reckon I can get maybe £29.99 for these. These will obviously go on Etsy as well. But love those. Showed my mum. She reckons she's got some like that at home somewhere.
We grabbed these. I don't know, have you looked them up or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so Faye knows more about them than me. Well, Skull Candy, obviously a recognisable brand. They were £4.99. We're guessing, have you looked inside?
No.
We're guessing they're in here. I was going to say we're guessing they're used. £4.99. What did you find out about them?
They're the Navigator ones, which are quite popular. There aren't many for sale. I think maybe £35.
Okay, cool.
Because they're wired.
They're like gaming, yeah.
Don't know. It says on the front, tablet, phone, iPod or something. Yeah, iPod, iPhone, iPad.
Yeah, collapsible headphones. Nice. Can't be bad.
It was actually sad times when we were out on this particular day, because we found out that one of our charity shops in this town has shut down. Didn't we? They had a closing down sale and we didn't even know about it.
Yeah, it was finished a month ago.
Yeah, tragic times. We
got our finger on the pulse.
Yeah, we picked up some big button phones. Do you want to hold that one up? £3.99 this one. Oh, and £3.99 for that one. We've got some instructions here. We've got a wire here.
Yeah,
not much to say.
All the cables. We haven't sold big button phones for a while, but we have sold them before. And if you watch any reseller YouTube videos, people pick them up quite often. So we were happy to part with £4 each.
And then in this last lot of things I'm going to show you is from a charity shop that Simon doesn't really like. I don't rate it that much either. We don't tend to do well in there, do we? They don't really have much bric-a-brac or sort of toys and games. But I saw this and I thought, oh, that looks a bit different. It's a pig or a sow or whatever, ceramic money box. It's got its stopper. I remember my mum had a vase in this sort of brown style, hideous, when I was growing up, and I just thought,
Your mum will be so pleased.
What I think her vase is hideous. Yeah.
She won't be watching.
No, but I must tell her. Anyway, I thought, you know what? People collect pig things, don't they? Like, people collect anything, but pig things are something that people collect. It was £3, which I thought was quite cheap. I expected it to be like £9.99 before I saw the price. So I thought I'll grab that. Don't know the brand, but I'm sure I can have a look. Figure it out. And then I saw this one behind it. This is also a money box. It's got its stopper, because sometimes old money boxes are missing their stoppers. Same with salt and pepper pots. Always check in the shop. This one was also £3, and it hasn't got a make or anything on it. There's no chips or cracks. And I was about to go and pay, and then I saw this. This is a little elephant. And it's the same style, it's got the same brown as my mum's horrible vase and that pig. And this was £3, and it's got a stopper. And on the stopper it says Moss Limited. Right inside the stopper, that is. So I looked up Moss on eBay, and yes, lo and behold, they do lots of different money boxes.
That's interesting.
I couldn't see any that the same as this elephant or those pigs.
Because you've got to be careful with stoppers, haven't you? Because quite often a stopper will not always be original.
Yeah.
Like the NatWest pigs are quite well known for that, aren't they? If they've got the original stoppers,
They're those funny black ones, aren't they?
Yeah. So if they're original stoppers, they're worth more than, because quite often people lose a stopper and just buy a replacement from pound shop or whatever. And collectors will know the difference. So yeah, well worth researching into those. I mean, these two stoppers are identical. And obviously that one's different, but different items, aren't they? Different eras probably, but possibly the same maker. So you'll have fun researching those.
Yeah. So I couldn't leave those behind. £9 total for the three. It was an interesting bag to carry around, wasn't it? It was just jam packed full of breakables.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what was your favourite pickup?
Oh blimey, my favourite pickup. Well. Can I hark back to the Gokwan
No,
jacket?
that wasn't a pickup.
Because we smashed it off. Oh,
no, it's got to be from our haul.
And it's got to be something I picked up, which basically is one thing.
No, you
well, the phones I had to do. I said, big button phones.
Yeah, I found
those.
I found the headphones.
And that, which is probably fake, so I don't think we can have that. Big button phones, maybe. No, let's go for the Spiegelau.
Spiegelau.
Decanter.
Mine's the Cracker Jack.
Stay tuned for our pallet update. That is a new pallet with new stuff and new numbers.
Yeah.
But first, what sold? We recently posted on our community page on the YouTube channel. You can just find it here if you're not sure where to find it from our channel page. What are your favourite videos? And overwhelmingly, it came out as what sold videos, shortly followed by charity shop videos. So that's good to know. Thanks to everyone who chipped in on that poll. So the first thing we're going to show you is a Caithness Whitefriars paperweight. The reason that we're showing this one now, we sold it for $83.49, but we bought it for $63.33. So after fees and postage and everything, it's about break even. But when we bought this paperweight, we bought 3 others. We spent the best part of 250 quid, I think, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
On 4 paperweights. The first one we sold for over £300, maybe 360, 380, somewhere like that. The second one was just a cheapie, which was sold for something like 30 or 40. The third one, I think we sold for 160, and that just basically left this one left. And up until about a month ago, we still had this way over £150. And it was just time to say, okay, we've had a go on this for 300 quid, 250 quid, 249.99, 248.99. It was time just to say, we've made our money on that deal. We've made hundreds of pounds on that deal. We don't need this other paperweight kicking about, but we would like £83 minus fees and postage in our bank.
Yeah.
So we dropped it, I think, to 99.99 or something, and it's gone. There's a lot of people that would say, oh, but you didn't make any money on that, and that's completely right. We didn't make any money on that item, but it was part of a bigger bundle that we bought, and we made our money on the other items, and that's really what reselling is about. If you're buying in bulk, it's what happens with our pallets. It's what happens with our Most of the things that we buy at auction, sometimes even things that you buy at charity shops, you know, you might just sort of grab things if you can't research them or you're in a hurry or whatever. Some of them aren't going to work out, but that's okay. Look at the bigger picture, divide down your costs.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a M&M cashmere silk K-bonnet jumper, brand new with tags. This was in my latest pallet that I picked up. It cost me £2.78 and it sold for £79.99.
And that's the one in our last video, I think, where it was an unpaid item. The lady was coming back from France, she was going to pay and she wasn't going to pay, and it went on, and I think we left it with you guys that we were just waiting for her to pay, but we didn't think she was going to, and we were going to cancel it. And she said, oh, I really still want it, I'll buy it tomorrow, and we just cancelled it, and it sold for more.
Sold another stack of Harry Potter books, just a bundle of all 7, picked up at different times from car boots and charity shops, sold for £32.98, so that was a good one. Have we got any left?
There's one bundle left.
Sold upwards, always sell upwards.
Yeah, upwards is a great one, and that sold on eBay. That was cross-listed from Amazon using Joe Lister. They sell as quick on either platform. It's a lottery really as well they're going to sell, and that one sold on eBay.
Yeah, we had some good go ball sales. That
Yes.
Someone bought a few, didn't they?
Yeah, someone bought 3. The cost price of them was,
one was £1, one was £2.75, and the other one was £2.75.
and they sold for 20 plus £29.99, so 50 plus 10.50, so £60 out of whatever you just said. They're all packed together, and customer left positive feedback for all 3, so that was nice.
Sold a great Topman shearling aviator jacket, brand new with tags. Out of the new pallets, it cost £2.78, sold for £30. A vintage cycling jersey that we've had hanging around for ages, that cost £4.49. Eventually got rid of it for £17.99. Oh, we sold the Cornish ware striped teapot, the yellowy colour and white striped. That cost £4.95, sold that for £25.19. And they were eBay. And then over on Depop, we've had a good couple of sales. We've had some great sales on there, but I'm just going to sort of pick a couple. There was a weekday jumper that sold for £19.99. There was also I think this was a weekday jacket, sold for £35. We had some, is it Nice, N-I-C-C-E trousers. They sold for £24.49.
I'm going Nikki.
Or Nikki. These were all off of the new pallet. So that was great. Oh, do you want to know about Etsy? Do you remember the Tupperware that I showed you? I've got some Hornsey and some Tupperware, really cheap from the auction recently. Sold 4 Tupperware tumblers. They cost me 69p. Sold those for £15.99 on Etsy.
And that was 69p for all 4.
We picked up a new pallet from the auction, as you've seen in previous videos. We've talked about it a lot because we've already sold quite a few bits from it. In total, we spent £310.20. That includes all fees and everything involved with buying from an auction. We split the stock down, so I sorted all the stock out, bagged it all up, counted the number of items that I wanted to list individually, and there were a total of 112 individual items. We've broken it down into brackets, so we want to sell, let's say, 3 things at £50 plus, 3 things between £40, £49.99, and so on. And so far, we are yet to make a profit because I haven't listed it all and we haven't sold it all. We've sold 14 things so far.
With a turnover of £280, and obviously when you take the total cost of the pallet that Faye just said, £310, we're currently minus 142.20, as Faye just said also.
Yeah.
So we just need to probably sell another 14 things would put us into profit, and then from there everything else, you know, we might still have 60, 70 items left, and that will be pure profit after postage and fees. So stay tuned to our videos and we will keep updating you. That seems a popular part of our videos from the analytics, so we will keep providing it to you.
Myself, Simon and Luna would like to say thanks very much for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you know when a new video is coming out. We love making our videos and we love all the comments that you provide. They really keep us going, so thank you very much. And we will see you in the next video.
Bye for now.